Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and I only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. On my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not plus who making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 For real, for real, really real, really real, really real, really real, for real, for real, for real, for real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just why I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Let me see how all systems go. Everything looks good. Let's get it. Let's get it. Today is a Tuesday here. Let's see the calendar for Tuesday. We are clean until tomorrow. We have a little bit of Bank of Japan news in the morning. Seems like, and a bit of FOMC meeting minutes later. So nothing really during the sessions, which is nice. Of course, CPI week as well. 2.6. They're expecting to come in with lower CPI. And Trump is trying to push on Jerome Powell to reduce rates here. And he's trying to push pretty hard on that. But for today, we are clean. We are clean. Nothing really much. And that's nice because we've definitely had a lot of movement in the market. So we can see a bit of calm after the storm here on GJ. We are forming a range. So we're going to do the analysis here and see how to look at everything today. So we start off on daily time frame from yesterday. We have left still a bearish candle close, but we are rejecting from these lows, closing back within daily support here. So we're back within weekly and daily support, and we are rejecting. You can see that rejection wick. When we investigate on 4-hour time frame, we do have a bullish candle close here. We do have this wick crossing this previous 4 hours, so this is more of a watch zone. We do have a 4-hour change of structure as well. Can lead into some buys here. It is mixed session bias, but the selling ranges are a bit chopped here. So it's going to be easier to buy, especially with this clean range. We have this wick basically, which is a 15-minute zone. So we're going to bring in the 15-minute resistance here. I'm going to mark this as 15. Now, like I said, that 4 hours more of a watch. So buys above here will make sense. Let's see what type of range we're working with. 18 pips, and then that's a watch though. So kind of like a management point. Otherwise, 73 pip wick here to fill. So yeah, looking for that now. For sells, we're going to see how the ranges form. But there is potentials to try selling this. It's like 20 pips here. Let's see what 30 says. 30 is a little bit higher. 1 hour is a little bit more choppier. Like I said, I'm really struggling to see clean sells until realistically we get below here. But this is a bit too choppy for me to look for sells. So right now I'm going to look for buys more so on GJ. Would be a little bit cleaner for me, I feel, and make more sense. If we're looking at gold on the other hand, gold, same type of scenario where we have daily candle close bearish here. But this candle is rejecting kind of these highs almost. It is tapped the wick, but not the body. We do have a close below, so we do have a break of structure here. But we're playing out a small bounce. The whole market is playing out a bounce. You can see green across the board here. And we're trying to push a little bit of a bounce here. So 4-hour time frame has closed bullish as well on gold, giving us mixed bias. If we look at lower time frame, how it's forming here, we're forming higher lows. So until we break structure, sells will not really make sense again. So I'm going to lay off on the sells until we break structure. That's previous daily support. We look good here. 1 hour time frame, we're pretty much clean on the way up. 30-minute time frame as well. We created a bearish candle here. 15-minute is creating resistance. We have a resistance here on 15, like so. We do have this resistance here to the left. I wonder how important this will become for price. I think sells below here make sense once we start to leave this range. I want to see a break of structure. Like I said in the beginning of the analysis, would make a lot more sense for me to see a break of structure. What type of ranges are we working with? To here is about 15 pips, and to here is about 60 pips. Stop losses are about 60 pips as well. I really would prefer to see the 1 hour close strong bullish. Kind of the 30-minute to close like this, but I think we're going to get a 15-minute close in about 4 minutes above. We're going to see. Early trade though, it is an early trade, but might work. We will see how it ends up panning out. Now, if we look at DAX here on last pair of today, we are playing out that sort of bounce, a little bit choppy price action, a little bit of, uncertainty, obviously calm after the storm. Same type of thing. We tapped this macro support I was talking about yesterday. So we did respect it. We did see a nice bounce come from it. And we ended up, doing at least how much percent from the lows? It's like a 7% bounce, very decent bounce already. 4-hour time frames closing bullish here. So it is mixed bias again. Everything is on mixed bias, with obviously yesterday heavy downside move will leave the daily bearish. Very rare for it to flip. That would be a massive flip on the daily time frame. We do have a 1-hour resistance here. So now we just need to make a plan on how to execute in this type of scenario here. I want to see on broker if that gap has been filled on DAX. Let's go see here. 15. Yeah, it has. Okay, cool. Cool. Spreads are pretty good for this time, actually. Now, plan for DAX 30-minute. Let's see, 30-minute clean above wick fill. Same like GJ, actually. Very similar to GJ. Idea would be to get a close above here and trade to this resistance and see what happens. How big do we have? This would kind of be your management point here. 100 points away. Definitely big enough, and it's 100 points. That's massive. 100-point range is nuts. 100 points range is nuts. But stop loss will be big. So you just have to get used to big stop losses. If we do want to fake out and continue down, which is obviously with all of this bearish pressure here, it is possible, but we'll need to see, like, you know, changes of structure. We have higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high as well. I don't really want to just say, okay, sell right here, you know. I want to see a change of structure before looking for sells. You know, maybe something below here or something, and that's even like tight, but that's the only place where I'm seeing, okay, sells make more sense than buys, which would be the 1 hour. 30 would be there, you see, and 15. Otherwise, in here you can get chopped up unless we see more price action that can make an argument, right? So yeah, we're gonna see what ends up happening with DAX as well, but the plan is pretty straightforward, I feel, for DAX here. Probably waiting for the open here. Now, if we're looking at back onto gold here, how is it closing? Okay, we did reject. This is not bad. I kind of wanted this actually, so that we can get the close closer to London session. So it's not bad. It's not bad. So I think, yeah, that's the plans here. Actually, straightforward plans today. Nothing too complex. Just a matter of how does price action move. This is a calm after the storm. Don't be surprised if we don't get the same volume. Price does not give us continuation. I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared to see some crazy stuff. I'm prepared to see price just fail and not know why. It's just a matter of it. You make the option to at least wait a day to see if things are back to normal, or you give yourself a shot. It's totally dependent. Me being down not much, it really doesn't, I'm not scared from it. That's all I'm saying. But if you are on a very conservative side, that could be a consideration. Let you see price action come back to normal, set up play out, then take a opportunity. So that's about it for today's analysis. Nothing over the top that we have to be like, oh, you know, at least we have some ranges today. At least we have some ranges. It's a matter of volume, actually, that's gonna matter. So yeah, I would like to see if you guys are aligned as well. See some of these plans here. The buys you're looking for based on 1 hour. Based on 1 hour, it could work, yeah, just a little bit early, but based on 1 hour, it's fine. TP is a bit wrong here. I see you mark this, but really you should be looking for that first. See, gold plan, mixed bias, setup 3, waiting early buys, good structure, volume time. Yes, that's simple plan. Buy above, sell below today. Yep, simple plan as well. Okay. Previous 4 hour watch, okay. Good above daily resistance. Too late. You don't want to have that idea where you buy very late in the move, right? The sell idea is great, but you can buy 2 daily resistance, you know. You have structure here. What is all of this? No need to overthink. This is all structure here, right? Just like your sell plan. Yep, that makes sense. The same way you planned here. For this, you planned it very easily, and then it confused you on gold, right? See DAX. Waiting for Frankfurt, see what price action forms from here. Okay, buys above, yes. Previous 1 hour watch, okay. Buys above, watch zone, yes, correct. Setup 5, nope. Won't work in the range, too tight of a range. too tight. And remember, it's a bit rough trying to get such a tight setup 5. Bullish. It's not bullish bias, it's mixed bias. And DAX below there, above there. Okay, simple plan. Yep, good job. Good job, good job. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis. And yeah, let's get it today. Let's see what options we get. Make sure to leave a like on the stream, guys. You know the drill. 200 of us in here. Let's get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate, so I don't have to ask for it. And let's get our day started, man. Let's get our day started. Let's go. Can we talk about US 30 trade? Why wasn't that S5 valid? Yeah, it's very easy that. First of all, I was mentioning it in the plan here, in that loom. It's kind of messed up the candles here for us, hasn't it? It's okay, we can view it here like this. So yesterday this was the scenario yesterday. So let's just remove some lines. Just make it one line. So this is macro low. You can see how this is a macro low because we've formed, you know, 2 supports here, change of structure, and we flipped into a bullish structure coming from a very heavy bearish structure. Okay, so let's replay so you understand how it works. So we come from a very heavy bearish structure. Then what do we do? This is the most important candle right here. What does this candle do? This candle does what? What did that candle do? Let's see if you can recognize. Exactly, close above resistance, right? So this is a big break of structure here. This is a big break of structure. So you have higher lows and a break of structure. If it respected the high, okay, fine, but you have a break of structure. So any pullback here could be the retest. Why? Because this is your last previous resistance here. Okay, 2 candles. This becomes your range. So anything respecting inside this range can all be a potential bounce zone here until proven otherwise. So what happens is that you get the rejection, right? Wait, I don't want to exit. So what happens? You get the rejection. Price then breaks structure here, but respects that previous range. So until something closes below here, even though it's breaking this, right? It is still inside of that pre-session range with the break of structure, and all it's forming is like one of these lower highs, you know, I mean a higher low, sorry. So if you were to get back inside the range, that's where your probabilities increase, especially when you're trying to sell. When what? This is also 5 doesn't matter, it's a 15-minute range. This fake out wasn't on a 5-minute, this was a 15-minute break of structure close above, right? Just a 5-minute not going to be enough in this scenario. You're going against a lot. You even have 30-minute break of structure here. Even the 30-minute didn't fail to close below. Just one 5-minute not going to do shit here because you're forgetting about everything else. You're focusing on one 5-minute candle, but forgetting that price has reached target. You've reached target. This was the low of the day. You reached the low of the day. So you're trading A when price has reached target, RT. Okay? You're trading B when price is now switched from bearish structure of lower highs, lower lows to now bullish structure of higher highs, higher lows, and broken out of the range that we had pre-session. Okay, pre-session range is very important. We've broken out a pre-session range, and we have a 30-minute close above there as well. Not only just like a 5 or a 15 breakout, no, 30-minute with that. So you need minimum, you need the candle closing back inside the range, minimum. You know, otherwise you're going to get caught out and stuff like this, you know. And you can see how important those lows became. It just literally was the liquidity grab for the whole session. The whole session. Just kept grabbing, kept grabbing, kept grabbing. That's the problem with trading when target is met. I recommend you watch and warp again one more time just to refresh yourself, trading when target is met. Are you planning to buy gold today? Yes, I don't mind buying gold today. I think it will be valid. I don't see gold being bad to buy, to be honest. Hi bro, the 4-hour candle doesn't have top wick, whereas 30 minutes and 15 minutes candles have top wick for trade. Can we take that trade? Yes, just make sure you're right, not next to like the 4-hour. You know what I mean? So at least you have some sort of structure protecting you. Let's say this was the 4-hour candle right here, and we're taking a trade here. It becomes risky because it's so close, you know. But let's say the 4-hour open was down here and it has no bottom wick. It's still okay. Harry, why do you seem to enter trades on your phone, not your computer? I have my terminal open on my computer as well, but I like the one-click trading. And also one thing you can't do on computer that you can do with phone, which is kind of a hack. If you put a buy stop or sell stop, you can actually, when you drag SL, you can see exactly how much you're risking to the dollar. But when you're kind of doing that on PC, it takes longer because you need to set the sell stop and then hover your mouse over the stop loss, and then it will show you how much you're risking. But on phone, you can actually see that. The second reason is because I have a lot going on with stream and everything. Sometimes I don't want to click the wrong button, and like as I'm entering a trade, I accidentally click someone's camera, or maybe I click the Discord like that, or I click the YouTube chat and I miss potentially entering a trade. It has happened when I've had too many things on my monitor, you know, so I just keep it open in case I need to quickly drag and drop stop loss or something. But I find it more efficient for me to enter by phone. It's kind of like using a trade manager, right? MT5, yes. Yellow folder on 1 hour on Euro. I'm not too worried about yellow folders. They don't worry me too much. Hopefully this doesn't just rip through our zone. I mean, we do have room though. We do have room. Based on 1 hour, this makes total sense though. The 1 hour is playing out. 120 pip stops, you have 80 pips to there. Yeah, it has room, man. It has room. Has room, but I wasn't there for the 1 hour entry. Plus, I was actually more looking for this 15, get better stop loss. Why don't you just install an EA that auto calculates risk on MT5? I know how to do it by now. Like, it's not important for me. It's not important for me because I know how to do it, right? In this situation, marking key levels makes sense. Yeah, you can mark the 10 as well. 5. I think, you know, with volume, you'll be okay. I just want to know if the 50-minute resistance on DAX with the big wick counts as target being hit. So what's the plan? Not really, because what is your target? Targets are normally like ranges made. So if we go look at DAX, target being hit is if price was to tap that 15-minute resistance. Because if we're considering this as our range from here to here, that would be our whole range from low to high, swing low, swing high. We have not tapped the top of the range. We have not tapped the bottom of the range yet. So target isn't tapped. Why don't you use C-Trader? It has a small trade manager. You can see the risk before entering the trade. I don't use C-Trader because actually I noticed with some of the guys, they have more slippage on C-Trader than MT5. MT5 seems to be a lot more accurate. faster. But I do agree, CTrader has a nicer interface, more user-friendly, more modern. But did you know, let's see, did you know what MT4 and MT5 was based on? Their code was based on a military defense, like a bomb code actually. That's what MT5 was based on. It has some sort of encryption, something to do with that. Research online, you can read it, it's interesting. I don't remember 100%, but it's military, something to do with it. Do you know of Platform X? No, I don't know. Don't know Platform X, haven't heard of it. Put the reminder. Wait, we need to say enjoy the stream, man. To leave a like if you're enjoying the stream. Let's go put that. Platform X is on Top Step. Okay. It's Project X? No, I don't know Project X. I know the movie Project X. Yeah, maybe HP switched to MetaTrader. What do you think of Funder Pro prop firm? I haven't heard of them. Hi, how do we trade these markets? Nothing seems to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, don't trade. Just learn, observe, and try to understand to your best ability. There's no point to trading because there's a higher chance you're going to lose. Maybe you can get lucky with direction. There is definitely that. But in my journey and my experience, I just wouldn't get lucky in these times. Like, I would see a lot of people around me get lucky. And surprisingly, not surprisingly, but interesting, they are not here today. They have stopped trading. I wonder why. But for me, it's just like stacks, odds are against me, and I would see people make easy money in big moves like that, and I would lose somehow. All right, so we're closing above here. 30-minute will close. 1 hour will close bullish as well. Maybe there's a potential for a wick fill here. We have to see based on the bottom wick. Stop loss here is looking like around 62 pips. Target here is 50 to the daily support, but then we have a massive range above. So we'll see if a wick fill makes sense or not. Actually, a wick fill will make sense or not based on the bottom wick made. It's an hour open as well. Yeah, that's a cool open. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a shot on the flip here. Stops below the lows. Actually, I'm gonna take a break of that 5-minute high. This one here. So let's see. triggered me yet? Not yet. Alright, that triggered me with spread. Let's see how it goes. Not the volume I would have wanted, to be honest. I would wanted a quick flip and a drive. But we'll see if something comes in. Can't really expect what we've been having the other days. What country are you trading from? I am trading from Dubai. Bit of a dead range. A little bit low on volume here. We just need a pop here. It's just stuck. I don't like when it gets stuck because it's either going to go up or it's going to go down heavy. It's one or the other. And it seems like it's choosing the way down. We need to see. We need to see. Whenever we get stuck in like a 1 minute range like this, it always resolves the range in one direction. It either will resolve it up or it will resolve it down. If it resolves it down, we get one of those FU candles. Very hard to manage. Resolves it up, well, we'll be in good profit then, you know? Yeah, it looks like it's going to resolve it down maybe. It's still not broken the last 1 minute structure. Guess it didn't choose up? No. This is the last line of defense here. And of course, this 5 closing above will be very good. Gap opened, yeah. Makes sense to move stops if you want to manage aggressively. It does. For me, the 5 didn't close back in the range here. Let's see on broker accurately. Oh, 5 did close back in the range on broker. Yeah, that sucks. I have no top wick on this 5 on broker though. I want stops below this wick. It's like 3 or 4 pip more. It's the 1 hour low. Shame it resolved it towards the downside. Here it was looking good. You know, you can get that quick pop. Boom. Reverse sniper entry. Yep. Should have shorted. Would have been better. Hedge me. Would have made money. Be in profits. Problem is, if we break this 1 minute structure, we don't really have much to protect us here. It's pretty much coming down pretty close to comfort. I don't mind sitting this one out. Hopefully last 2 minutes we could have some volume. Price can close above. I feel like a big FU candle to the upside is coming. That would be great. Would help us definitely. Just always seem to be getting caught in a little bit low volume situations, you know. That's what's hard these days, is like we have this really impulsive heavy volume, and then now we're having inconsistent volume. $15-minute close back in the range makes sense to manage. Yeah, it would make sense to manage. Okay, Mr. Bram. Hopefully it closes above. We get a setup 3. Okay, we need to break this high. Very important to break this high right now. We did close above, so it even makes it hard for us to manage, because probabilities are still with us that we closed above. So probabilities are still there, so it's even hard to manage right now. So we really hope that this just flips up and breaks the high. 5-minute even close bullish here, so it's hard to manage. It's hard to manage. Come on, gold, some volume, gold. We need some volume here. Do not fail us. Bring some volume. Hopefully it can break the high, give us setup 3. Alright, now we have the setup 3 active. Hopefully we can get some continuation. Man, what a rejection. Get some volume, gold. Let's get some volume. BE breaking the wick. Yeah, BE breaking the wick would be like your aggressive, safe break even, right? If you really don't want to take any losses, you can keep taking break evens. There's a higher chance it can come, tap you break even, but it is a safe place. I think the safest break even is key level at 10. That's kind of like a hard break even. But for now, I'm going to move stop to this low. I really don't think it should break this low here. Basically halved my stop loss. Here's your optional break even to go break even here. Nice. Approaching this 10 level here. That will be my break even, that 10 level. Alright, that tapped my 10 level, moving stops to break even. Tap daily support here as well. I'm gonna secure 80% here, guys. Took out 80% here. I'm just leaving 20% for fun. Boom, let's fucking go, boys. 62 3 pips there. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, some good movement. Shout out to Bram. Bram called it today. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for Bram. He called that candle. So shout out to Bram for that. He said he felt it, man. He had the spidey senses. This shit's still running, leaving a runner for fun, but closed 80% here. You know, happy with that, to be honest. Brilliant, brilliant, boys. If you took that trade with us, leave a W in chat. Let's do the classic Instagram business. Classic Instagram business. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think it's well deserved. Definitely well waited for. A little bit sweaty. I thought we would get stuck in some bullshit. But the volume finally freaking came through, boys. Finally. A little bit sweaty though, but hey, sweaty is our middle name in this game, I guess. But man, that was a little bit rough. I'm just happy the volume came in, man. That's what's important. Yeah, good TP we had. It looks like my 20% ain't gonna be 20% running, but I thought maybe I can get a little bit of a bigger push. But hey, pretty good close as well. Sniper close. Perfect. Happy with that trade. I think I was worried when we started to get low volume, man. I was actually worried in this trade, not gonna lie. Just because, like, it's really not treated us good in the past. But remember what I said about this frickin' 1 minute structure, man. This is our last line of hope. And it held. It held. And we got good volume from it. So, luckily it held, man. We didn't, it was obviously... And then we got nice push. TP was good here. We got the setup 3 as well, yep. Nice setup 3 came through as well. So, that was extra confirmation. And then we flew to TP pretty smooth. Love this game. It is, keeps you on the edge of your seat, I have to say. Now we just need to continue the momentum, guys. Claw back, but it's really nice to see, you know? Really nice to see. Have to recover about 0.5%, 0.6%. And we're back. We're back in business, man. Only the 8th of the month. Whole month of us ahead, guys. So, that's good. Good to see you, SoMX. I saw you in chat here, man. Been a while. Been a while, SoMX, bro. Hope you're doing good, man. Did you close full? I left 20% for some reason, but it's just 20%. Nice 3.5% the heavy risk FTMO. Let's go. Man, I should have done that. I should have just freaking bought it this weekend. That would have done it. Go full margin on this. I would have sweated like a pig though. That's why we held drawdown, because of Joe. It's Joe's fault, bro. It was. That's how laws of physics change. Even Mirko. And he's the one who's complaining. 2.3%. Was that previous 15 a problem? It was definitely a watch zone, but this candle wicked through it. So I wasn't worried because we wicked through it. My bio break came through. Yeah, it seemed to work, your bio break. Play the song. Which one? Scared money don't make no money? Buy the dip? Oh, we did buy the dip. Did stocks pump as well? I'm interested to see. No, they're just flagging out. So this was purely a gold price action pump. Nice to see. That's regular volume. This pump was from regular volume, which I like to see. Let's put this trade here. Screenshot with original stops. I'm going to start including my screenshots with original stops here. Because it's good to see when we look back where original stops were. I can take the... We'll see the percentage after. Only time I trade without being in the Zoom and I missed the comeback. Damn, what happened? With the CS stream might come early. Okay, let's plan CS stream this week. When should we CS stream? Okay, Saturday is confirmed. Saturday weekend, that's confirmed because I know I can make time in the weekend. At least I can stream an hour or so. You're 12%, 20% still running? Yeah, it is. You know, I can stream like Friday. Friday's tough, man. Saturday will work. YouTube or Zoom will be on YouTube. Zoom has this stupid lag. I'm flying Saturday. Damn. I'm afraid I might get scammed. Someone is talking to me and it's not you. Yes, I'll never DM you first. I literally put on my Discord. If someone's talking to you in Discord, let me type a message. Let me show you when I type a message. Where did I last type a message? This one. Look at my bio. Can you read my bio? Will not DM first. I literally put that. Will not DM first. Oh, double top on 1 minute. What's this song? Sounds like someone's broken violin brand. Shit song. Make that type of stupid noise. The scammers will change their bio to that, yeah, and then they look like dumbasses, right? When their bio says, when those bio says, you know, since I joined Tradesharpe, exclusive invitations don't stop. Somehow they've got a list. Somehow they've got a list, and I need to find out. Either we got a worm, and they shall be legally taken to action. But they don't know that I have international law protection, so this is going to be a big problem. Or they'll be forcefully infiltrated. Anyways, make sure you leave a like on the stream, guys. Only 147 likes and 460 viewers. Very important. Leave a like. Alex. Imagine Mr. Gbpjpy show with an exclusive members hunt down the rat. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, let's see about GJ, what you asked about GJ. Yeah, if it gets above the highs, it will work. But right now, it's looking pretty chopped. You can see full ranging at the moment. Let's have a look at DAX here. DAX has closed below but filled the whole range. So your next sells are going to be below this yellow line here. So if you can get some 5-minute structure form right now, which it has, and then a close below here, that would be your sell option. That would be your sell option. Are you able to catch a trade for 40 minutes or more? What do you mean by catch a trade by 40 minutes or more? What? GJ dropped that shit final. It's weird pair these days, but it's tradable. It's just a different style of trading, and I prefer to trade my style of trading, which is happening more on gold and indices. But I mean, like a day like this, you don't really want to do much, if I'm being honest. To buy 10K funded account, which website is the best? I hope you have the correct education first. Do not waste money on funded accounts without having the correct plan and correct guideline. I want you to pass your funded account. I want you to at least learn from a funded account. And that's not going to happen if you're just going to be trying to do random shit on it, you know? Remember, the majority fail. Guys, check out this drop-off after the trade. Look at this drop-off, guys. Look at that drop off, man. What the? Such bots, bro. We should call them pip hoes. They're pip hoes. Can we apply your strategy on futures? 1,000,000% you can. Does the Zoom call drop off? I didn't check what we peaked at today. Maybe. But doesn't seem like it with who's in here right now. 75, yeah, 2 people, but that's normal that we fluctuate. You know, someone gets busy, needs to go attend to the kids, whatever. futures, like if I wasn't with a broker, I would be in a futures market, yeah. The only thing that I don't know about is, can you trade DAX in futures? I don't think, right? How many pips was that? 70? No, I closed at around 65. 63, 65. Actually, I should check my exact close pip-wise. Let's have a look. I closed for 63.5. I still have this 20% running. It's not really doing much. It's just back to where I closed my original position. I want you guys to notice in this trade how we had rule-based management. So if you remember, I said that when this candle closed above, I said we can't even manage because 15 closed above. So even though we felt extremely uncomfortable, well, I felt pretty uncomfortable with the low volume, and then the way it immediately rejected, I simply couldn't manage. So no matter how I felt, I looked at the chart and I said to myself, I can't manage. There's nothing I can do because price is respecting where I wanted it to respect. You know? Stay off the 1 minute better. I like to have seen this support hold. Gives me confidence. Yay, my runner's starting to move now. New high made. Can you please explain your Friday's trade? We explained it yesterday. Actually, no, I explained it to the exclusive. It's a wick trade. I don't really use it. Till where you let it run, I'm going to trail it. I'm waiting for 5-minute structure so I can start trailing process. But really, I have room till this 1 hour is kind of where I'm looking at. Like if it reaches there without 5-minute structure, then probably this 1 hour, which is about from entry 120 pips. But I will trail most likely. There's no 5-minute structure, so it's not the best. You know? Sankit, you call me a sadist? Read Dylan. Dylan is always sadistic comments. I mean, we could even manage on 1 minute breaks of structure. It's holding very nice higher lows. So if that fails, it's only 20%. Sankit now telling Dylan off. Let's take a look at GJ. Would you like to see range? Wow, very interesting pair. We are moving amazing on GJ today. To be honest, it's not a bad move, right? 16 pips. A load of shit. I wish you guys were here with me back in 2023. Those were vibes on GG, man. Just see my journal. Like, you have to go and see my journal, guys. You have to see my journal. Look at how much GJ there was. I'm like sad. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh, it's actually sad to me. It's sad because it was so fun. Stops were... Oh, SoMX was there. SoMX was there. That's how he found me. He saw me back-to-back days killing GJ. ENS, you remember? Yeah, that's when ENS showed up as well. Who was your first exclusive member? There wasn't one. I announced it the way I launched the exclusive. It said, listen, I'm going to have this product, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be XYZ. We're going to do XYZ. And then I had a date and I launched it on that date. And then the first time I launched it, 10 people signed up. That was my first amount of people I got. And till today, and that's one of the reasons I do it. Till today, when I open the group, how many people do I normally accept? 10 people. I keep it to that 10. So I think that's why that was like inbred in my brain. 10 people exclusive, 10 people exclusive, 10 people exclusive. Any of the originals still here? Yes, 5 of them. I'm one of those 10? Are you really? Don't think so. What does Streber mean? 5 out of 10 wasn't bad, but I think the people who joined in the beginning were like true people. You know what I mean? Was watching your YouTube since 2023, but just started getting fully locked in. None on or off shit. Yes, sir. Means a person who's always very diligent get used as an insult in school, but it's a compliment. I was gonna say that should be my nickname, and then now I'm not gonna use it because it's an insult. Yesterday I was counting in German in the gym. You'll be happy with my German friend, helping him count his reps. Correct you. It is perfect. Doesn't need any correction. Still 20% running? Yes. Time to exit gold trade? Yes, you should take profits for sure. I'm just leaving small about that. I'm not sure about that, bro. You'd be surprised, man. It's pretty good. Was Claudio original 10? No, he came in a year after the group opened. A year you opened it in 2022? No, I opened it 23. He came in late 23 he came in or something. The group has been open for 2 years and he's been in for a year. Man, there's no 5-minute pullbacks here. So I expect a big pullback at some point. So maybe I should be securing at some point. This pullback here doesn't look too healthy. I don't like no 5-minute pullback. It makes sense. I mean, 20% is fine. I probably will trail stops to 5-minute lows. I mean, you know, 20% is really small if you do the math. It's just for fun. 100 pips would be a cool number. ENS was here since August 2023. Damn, bro. Almost be 2 years soon. That's crazy. And yeah, definitely a very consistent member, and rewards are paying off. Are you up now, ENS? Hopefully that should have pushed you back in. Or maybe back into even. Okay, he's back. He's back in business. Back in business. %, and I'm back to nice. About a little bit less because I had that Friday trade. I probably will secure the rest of my position if this 1 minute structure breaks, just because we have no 5 minute pullbacks. And I just want to take the full 1%. Just for number perspective. Even though I believe it will go up during the day. But I don't really care at this point. 20%, even if it goes up crazy, it's not going to make a massive difference. If it was 50%, yeah, okay, fine. 20%, don't really care about 20%. New 15-minute candle close. No bottom wick, so chances is it makes a bottom wick pretty soon. Would the S5 on DAX be valid with that daily close? S5 on DAX? Which S5? Happening on lower time frame? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. That is definitely a shot because you have room. Definitely an option because you have room to hit 20 points. That's pretty nice, that one actually. Rejected the lows. I would have preferred a 15 closing bullish as well, but it's a shot because you're not at the resistance. Let's just check everything. 1 hour was fine. 15 was fine. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, these work very well, these type of trades. Especially on bullish bias, it's a gem. Mixed bias, it works as well. Counter bias, not so much. I don't really have enough information on counter bias because when it happens during counter bias, I don't actually look at it. I don't track it because it's not a consideration for me. How many pips do you capture in a trade? Generally depends on the volume of the market. Like right now I'm floating like 80-90 pips in profit very quickly, right? But if there was low volume and not low volume but small ranges in the market, then my trade could be, it's all relative, right? So don't judge a trade based on pips because I'm floating now 75 pips in profit, you know, which in a regular day 2 weeks ago 75 pips is like a big banger trade, but it's all relative to stop loss. If this 5 minute can close like this, so then I trail my stop loss to below these 5 minute lows. Or if it can close bullish, even better. Can you look at UK 100? Yeah, I might just close the rest of my trade in 28 seconds, so afterwards. Just want to see how the 5. I don't mind it breaking the wick and then retracing. Otherwise, this might be the top. We might get a pretty deep pullback. And with 20% running, it really doesn't make sense. The range could be 140 pips or 40 pips. Size doesn't matter. In my view, it doesn't matter. But sometimes it throws you off mentally, right? Because you just can't imagine price. Like, for us to imagine price pushing today 100 pips, like we've seen it now. We've seen it, so it was pretty easy to calculate. But in normal conditions, it's not, right? So it can put you off for a while. I'm gonna probably trail stop loss below lows. Then we can have a look at UK 100. All right, UK 100 here. We had the same spot we're sitting in weekly. It's going to be the same as DAX. So 4 hour did create a resistance though, but I do consider mixed if we start to leave the top of the range. Looking at lower time frame, we're still in that same range like DAX. UK 100 could have buys back above basically 7818 here. Yeah, and then see what happens here, right? See what happens here. So 7818. That's it. That's kind of my plan. Otherwise, sells, not easy sells below this range here. You could try get in between here. Yeah, below this daily flip here. You could also look for sells. So that would be your plan, buys and sells plan. And that's it. Do you ever consider risk more on your personal on one condition? I have already. It's more on mental side and getting in comfort zones. I like to trade in comfort zones and then push myself from time to time out of the comfort zone. And that's it. Hi, what warrants you to take a gold trade before break of high on 15? Wick fill. This wick didn't tap any resistance for me. 1 hour close bullish, 30 close bullish. 5 minute was also given like a long rejection candle. Late to the party today, looks like you took win on gold. Yeah, took some gold buys. Re-entry on gold? I don't think you should re-enter on gold. It's pretty far from where the original entry is. Can you tell the gold plan, please? Gold plan played out. If everyone's saying set up 5 on DAX, could you go a bit more in depth? I want to see what you're saying. I'll discuss it in the Zoom call. That type of value, we keep it for us. We can't. So after stream. Why isn't the 15-minute late resistance relevant? It's been tapped here with a wick. It's behind in LTA. And we tapped it already in current price action. Do you have any wick fill videos? You guys don't use my content library, huh? I spend time posting all the time content library. And in here you can find the exact date. Wick questions. How to read NY plans. All of this. Oh. Candle wicks and no candle wicks explained. Basically a whole sector in WAP explaining about candles and no candle wicks. It's like a 20-minute video. Literally, content library tells you exactly all the content and where to find it. When I talk about the Fed, when I talk about internal, external trading zones, I put it in here with the date. With the date, so you guys can find it very easily. Session trading in depth. I will actually clip this and put this on WAP as well. Trading high volume, big ranges. This was very useful for this time in the market. I recommend everyone watch this again. Trading high volume, big ranges. How to trade indices. All different content every week. Would DAX now count as a setup 2? I just find some difficulties identifying setup 2. No. I want to see if you understand why. What's the problem with this setup 2? Try. You have to try. I don't is not an answer. I don't accept that as an answer. Why can't you try? You have to try everything. So what? You're just gonna accept failure? It's not the way. At least try. You might not. You might find out that, hey, I actually do. Maybe there's something. Look at it logically and think to yourself, okay, logically, why doesn't this setup 2 make sense? What are the reasons for this setup 2 not to make sense? There's a few reasons. So this setup 2 doesn't make sense because 15 closed back in the range? Mirko, shut up, bro. Shut up. This is not your question. Always ruining it, man. Always finding a way to ruin it. Classic smartass. I'm German. I'm going to be smarter. I will show everybody. No need to get personal, dude. We have to go there. It's okay. You've known me long enough. You know I'm not... That's the best comment, man. Natalie just got you because it's like a backhanded compliment. I should have just said that. I thought he got mad for real. No, I didn't get mad. He's just jealous because we are smarter. I said act. Act is a word. Well, yeah, before Mirko ruined it, yes, because 15-minute didn't close back in the range is number one. Many factors why this setup 2 doesn't make sense. Factor 1 is, first of all, we're in a downtrend, not an uptrend in recent price action. Price is doing this. So you buying these setup 2s, high chance for it to fail. So that's number one. Look at the difference between this setup 2 here, where we're actually going up. Price forms a support here. Look how nicely makes a bottom wick, breaks the high. Easy setup 2. You see? That's an easy setup 2. This one here. Why? Because price is going up. So that's number one. Okay? Factor. Number 2 factor is price closed below the range here. So we're closing at resistance. Okay? So it makes it even harder to take a setup 2. The last small point is that it closed with no top wick. Sometimes it has probabilities to reverse. No top wick reversed. You can see that there. If I can see any other examples here of no top wick reversals on 15-minute, they have some probabilities. Here we go. No top wick here. Clean range to the left, but this had no top wick. We started reversing before going up. And that's it. I'm talking about setup 2 selling. Oh man, you're completely then lost because there's no chance of a setup 2 here for sells because you need a range for sells. A setup 2 would have looked something like this. Setup 2 would have looked something like this for selling. This would have been valid. Oh, wrong color. like this, closing back below this range here, that's a valid sell. On minute 5 he's asking, yeah, we don't really look at setup 2s on 5 minutes for DAX. It's not really, setup 5s or setup 1s are better. But on a 5 minute, let's see if it was valid or not. You would want basically a stronger candle close. This, and you would also want it closing back outside the range again, right? You'd want it back outside the range. Here's London Open. Ooh, look at that dump. London Open power moving. Here we go. Nice top wick and then a dump here. Shit the bed, as we call it. Still heavy, still heavy. Classic. Yeah, I know. British sayings. Many won't have heard it before. On gold, would you closed? My trailing stop loss got already hit when it rebroke the 5 minute lows. I had a trailing stop loss, so I've already closed. So the rest of my position got closed for about 60 here. This 5 minute low here. Once it popped back up, I put it for the 5 minute low with spread. Basically the same exit as I had. 63. I closed 63.5 first position. Second position 63. So I just finished at the 1% there. 1%. So it gave it a shot to run, but limited fire. I still do believe eventually it can find structure and go up, but it's not enough to need to hold that. It's not enough. DAX will reject and go up. Yeah, it's possible. It tapped the support here, so target has been met, so it makes sense for it to do so. Something closes above here has opportunity, right? GJ opened gap down. Today's gonna be a hard day. I think eventually we got volume in on gold, so it was pretty nice here. It was looking like another hard day, not gonna lie, but volume came through here. So there's your shit the bed candle. So it was a good trail. It was a good trail. Gap down, no gap on this, but probably on broker. Yeah, GJ eventually had a nice move down. You know, this is classic nasty GJ. You want to see nasty GJ, guys? Check this out. So you're looking for sells today because you're pretty sure that price should be able to fill this range. This 15-minute candle closes below the range here. Okay? Now, you go break of candle low. When you go break of candle low here, price triggers you in. Boom. Probably get triggered in here with spread or something. And stop loss hit, just for your original idea to play out. And if your original idea didn't play out, right? If your idea didn't play out, guess what? Then you get stopped out break even. Why? Because let's say you decided to enter break of this low. So you see this as a liquidity grab and you still have your sell stop here. This is the sneaky tricks that GJ is doing these days. Okay? So you have your sell stop here. So now your sell stop gets triggered. Boom. Once your sell stop gets triggered, you move stops to break even because it hits a target here. This target probably not enough. 19 pips. Your stop loss here was 27. So you're still trying to hold, right? Because your new stop loss is higher. And you get stop break even. Just for what? Just for the next candle to go and give you a 40 pip move, which you would have smashed TP. You see, this is the sneaky tricks And the crazy thing is, out of all of that, your idea was always right. But it's this sneaky inconsistency that's happening in the range that makes it tougher to trade. Actually, first time emotional about missing a trade. I have clue why. First time I no clue. Or you have no clue why, because truly I feel some FOMO. It's normal, man. You're human. It's normal. It will annoy. You know. Yeah, and what Bram says is true. I used to do that as well. If I miss something, I would go search and enter something else, and then I would lose. And actually, I know it sounds weird. But after losing the position, initially I would feel annoyed, but I would actually feel better because it still feels like you've done something. The hardest thing in the market to do is not do anything. That's harder than to have done something and even lose, believe it or not. Because in terms of psychology, our brain is wired to feel good about doing something, you know? So what do I mean by that? So even if you take a trade which is a bad trade and lose, your brain registers that as a better feeling than not doing anything and not making money, because even in the losing position, you had a chance to make money. And that feeling of the chance to make money fulfills that kind of addiction, fulfills that need. You see? It's very dangerous. So actually the harder skill is to do nothing. But what is going to be the wiser skill and make you more money is to do nothing. Have you heard anything about situational analysis? In which context? Got to go. Can hit gym early? Enjoy your session. How to manage psychology? Any suggestions? Psychology is personal. You need to allow yourself to feel emotions, but do not make decisions based on those emotions. That's very important. Very important. So that's what you practice. And do hard shit in your life, man. Everyone needs to do something hard in their life. You reflect your emotions. You reflect your emotions off the charts, on the charts, and the charts the charts are basically a reflection of your overall life. When you're looking for a trade because you missed one, you're more tempted to break the rules, and then the trade goes wrong. After this, you feel worse. Yep, you do feel worse for sure. But then the scary thing is when you win, you know. Passed my theory test for driving here yesterday. Leveling up. Let's go. Where are you driving? Whenever I don't hit gym or Mai Tai or whatever, my trading suffers. Yes, it's facts. You need to just do hard stuff. How to avoid tilt? Try to stay calm playing Counter-Strike. If you can do that, then you can do anything. If you can do that, you can do anything. So go play Counter-Strike. If you can stay calm in Counter-Strike, then you will never tilt in the real markets. You know? Even I don't stay calm in Counter-Strike. Wait till you see me stream it. Oh. What knife you have, you'll see on stream, but it's a karambit. Karambit Doppler. I hate liquid right now. Bro, my team was G2 forever. G2 was like my team I used to support. But now, my G2 was great with Nico and Monasi. But now, Monasi is going back to Falcons. So now, my team is going to be Falcons because it's my two favorite players, actually. Nico and Monasi, they're my two favorite players. So that's going to be good. That's going to be exciting to see them there. And also, Falcons is a Middle Eastern team. So even better, support where I grew up. Support my home country. Exactly. So it's even better. It's even better. So that should be good. What country you passed your driving test, Dylan? The Falcons Rocket League team is insane. Well, yeah, at this point now they're going to be good in UK. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, they should be good in CS now. Is there any spaces right now for the exclusive? Yep. There is. You can join. It's just the beginning of the month. We don't fill up right away. Do you go to a gem school in Dubai? I don't go to school, brother. I'm past that. But when I was going to school, no, I didn't go to gems. No, I didn't. All right, I'm gonna call it a session here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Have a good rest of your day, and let's catch you guys hopefully very soon. Take care, chat, and hopefully see you soon. All right, peace. Much love, peace.